Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with Mick Conlan. Big fight obviously on Saturday, a big Frampton-Warrington Bill. I keep calling it out, I've got to start calling it Warrington-Frampton before Josh turns up and gets a bit annoyed about it. What do you expect your opponent to bring, perhaps something that you haven't seen before as a pro?
I expect him to bring toughness, gameness. Obviously, the first time I haven't seen as a pro is the southpaw, so my first southpaw against it. You know, he's a former two-time Commonwealth champion. You know, he's won many fights, and you know, I feel that he's going to come with full belief, believing he's going to win, and I feel that's something I need to be up against.
What do you think are his main strengths stylistically? Because you're obviously a very good boxer, but you can also mix it up. Do you think he's as adaptable as you are? I
don't think so. He's a southpaw, so you know his boxing ability is always going to be okay. You know what I mean? The southpaws have that kind of awkwardness around them. So I think you'll see his boxing ability is his best attribute, but I still think my boxing ability is a lot better. He's got good toughness, which you know I'll like the test on Saturday night. But you know I think he shows toughness, he shows heart, and his ability is probably above those.
Do you think he'll be your biggest challenge as a pro so far? On paper he could be, but do you think in the ring that's how it will turn out?
On paper, to be honest, I don't think he is. I think the guy I fought in Belfast, Nielsen dos Santos, was probably my biggest test because he was a former world title challenger. But in terms of the event and the night and the evening and who turns up, I think he'll turn up ready to go. He sees this obviously as his chance to get back into some good fights, some big fights, and get some big paydays. So I feel that it's the right fight for me at the right time.
You've obviously been on big shows since being a pro, Vegas, New York and so on. How does this compare, big show in Manchester, Frampton on the same card, pay-per-view event? How does that compare to some of the big nights you've already enjoyed?
It'll be fantastic. I don't know where it'll rank until after the event, obviously, but it's big because it's box office, the first pay-per-view kind of show, and it's one I'm looking forward to getting and putting the performance on.
You're obviously in Adam Booth's gym. There was a bit of criticism recently, unwarranted in my view, of Josh Kelly not fighting David Avanesyan. Seemed very unfair. But is there a sense now in the gym of you all kind of pulling together because of that and kind of showing people, proving a point?
Well, I was with Josh all fight week, and the reason he pulled out was legitimate. There was no bullshit. And I feel sorry for David Avanesyan because now when he fights Josh Kelly, it's going to get a bad beating because his team have talked some shit around Adam and Josh, and Josh been getting some name calling obviously, but it's the world we live in nowadays with social media. People are going to do this, but I think that'll fuel them more, and you'll see a different side of Josh when they fight.
And does it galvanise the other guys in the gym, including yourself as well, that people are criticising your mate in essence unfairly? So does that kind of make you put in a bit more in training and bring you all closer together?
Well, we all did pull in together, yes, but it doesn't change how I train or doesn't change my mindset about anything, because I know boxing is a sport where you have to be selfish, you have to think about yourself, and that's what I done. I thought about myself, and I know how to kind of put the work in anyway. So I was doing that either way, no matter what. If Josh had won or if he had pulled out, it was still going to be the same. I was still going to be putting the work in and still training hard.
We talked previously about a fight, potentially a rematch with Nikitin next year. How close is that to happening now? Is that still viable?
Yeah, no, that's close. I was shaking my head at someone else there. It's still close to really happening. It seems like it's going to happen next August in Belfast. So that's something I'll be excited.
A big festival.
Yeah, the festival. But for the time being, I'm only focused on Jason.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you the best of luck for Saturday night, and yeah, hope it's a great event. Another one to add to your list.